So my name is Walton Gill, and I'm a member of the Board of Directors and also the Executive Committee. I've been asked today to present the Bay Planning Coalition's Frank Boerger Award, and it's a great honor to help recognize both Mr. Boerger and this year's recipient of the award. Some of you may be wondering, who was Frank Boerger and why do we present an award each year in his honor? Frank Boerger was a founding member of the Bay Planning Coalition and was our chairman, or is what is currently the president, from 1985 until 1990. As Scott, Rick, Jim, or any of the other recent presidents will tell you, that's a long time to have led this group. So, Scott, can we count on you for 5 years, or no? Okay. Mr. Boerger was born in North Dakota in 1922, and he graduated from the U.S. Military Academy at West Point in 1947. He graduated second in his class and was the class president. His distinguished military service included duty during World War II and as a commissioned officer in the Korean and Vietnam Wars. Mr. Boerger became active in the Bay Area when he was named District Engineer of the Army Corps of Engineers San Francisco District in 1969 and served as Colonel Baker's predecessor from 1969 until 1972. After leaving the Corps, he worked for the engineering firm of Harding Lawson and remained active in the Bay Area in civic and marine affairs. He was instrumental in Congress's authorization of the Baldwin Ship Channel project between the Golden Gate Bridge and the Port of Stockton. Frank was also the first chairman of the Golden Gate National Recreation Area Citizen Advisory Committee. Frank Boerger's many accomplishments reflect his dedication to balance conservation and development in and around San Francisco Bay. And Bay Planning was fortunate to have such a great leader that helped form this organization and lead it for such a long time. When we talk about the Frank Boerger Award and Frank Boerger, it's impossible for a lot of us not to think about another one of the coalition's founders, past president and longtime board member, John Briscoe. For as long as I can remember, John has been the one at this event that has presented this award and has shared his fond memories of his close friend and colleague. John succeeded Frank as the Bay Planning Coalition chair and has carried on many of Frank's legacy. John could not join us today, but he is represented by his law partner, David Ivester. So the Bay Planning Coalition presents the Frank Boerger Award to an individual who demonstrates leadership in advocating environmental protection while balancing that important objective with the need for a robust Bay Area economy to support our quality of life. The award recipient is a person who is passionate in their convictions and has a talent in bringing diverse stakeholders together to address the delicate balance of protecting the environment while fostering economic development. I'm pleased to announce that Alexis Strauss is the recipient of the 2013 Frank Boerger Award. Come on up. All right, now we're going to embarrass you. Now we got your attention. Alexis serves as the Deputy Regional Administrator of the U.S. EPA's Pacific Southwest Division Regional Office, or Region 9. In that role, Alexis is second in command at the EPA office in San Francisco that oversees Arizona, California, Hawaii, Nevada, 148 tribal governments, and 3 Pacific territories. That's a lot of geography. Yeah. She served as Region 9's Water Division Director from 1994 until 2012, and in the prior 10 years, she worked in EPA's Superfund and RCRA programs. Alexis began her career at EPA in 1979 as a presidential management intern. She earned a degree in geography and a master's degree in urban planning from the University of California at Los Angeles. Those of us in the regulated community that have worked with Alexis over the years look at her as a thought leader who can be counted on to assert her skills as a diplomat to drive regulators, industry, environmental representatives to agree on productive solutions to some very complex issues. As we look to the future of the San Francisco Bay Area, we must continue to balance the often competing demands of a major urban center and its supporting economy that is set in a very unique and fragile natural environment. It's reassuring to know that Alexis Strauss has been and will continue to be a valued and capable leader in helping to guide that effort. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Alexis Strauss as the winner of the 2013 Frank Boerger Award. And Alexis, this is not as big as the America's Cup, but we think it's just as valuable, so thank you.
Thank you to each of you, to Bay Planning Coalition, to John. It's truly not something I quite deserve, because much of what we've accomplished together in the Bay Area around dredging involves so very many people in this room who come with goodwill and thankfully different opinions to how we can solve the many challenges that revolve around the vigorous commerce that is needed for our harbors, the environmental protection and restoration that's needed for the Bay Area. There's so many different variables. It makes it fascinating. We've worked together as a group of federal, state, and local agencies, private businesses, associations, Bay Planning Coalition, and it's really been an important dialogue. There are so many other places in the country where we don't have this ability to come together on an everyday basis around permitting issues, funding issues, restoration issues, scientific unknowns and the like. And I think that the commitment that we share to one another to continuing to make the needed improvements, the structural improvements, the infrastructure improvements, the environmental improvements are so key to the vitality of the Delta, the Bay Area, and the Pacific Coast. And I'm committed to continuing to work with you. I'm very appreciative of this award and share it with all of the people who over the years have made working with you so wonderful. Thank you.
Great. Congratulations and thanks for your leadership.